Welcome everyone to my first how to parse video, this time on Algalon the Observer. But first, some general mentions. Around 93 of the top 100 parsers on Algalon are Horde players because of their racial ability called Blood Fury. Second, obviously your gear will help you to increase your DPS. 1 point in your item level can be around 50 to 100 DPS. And third, Bloodlust, especially the second Bloodlust for your Infernal in the execute phase, and Power Infusion can greatly increase your DPS, as well as Focus Magic. PI, Focus Magic and Infernal sim at around 1000 extra DPS, so this will make your life a bit easier. Unfortunately, I didn't get PI on this kill, because it went to another Warlock. Then I didn't notice that my Infernal was still on cooldown and I lost around 2 seconds not casting anything while desperately trying to summon it. Lastly, I used Shadow Ward 2 times in situations where I could have casted damaging spells. With that in mind, I am happy that I still got a 99, but on the other hand, it could have been a top 30 parse easily. This should tell you that there's always room for improvement. Now let's talk about some additional tips. I know this is not perfect, but I macroed my Sapper and Serenite bombs into my Agony, and so I can get out my Sapper in the opener. For your pre-pot, you want to reset the boss before the first try. You want to use Wild Magic early, before combat starts, and that's fine because you only need like 4 seconds to put your corruption on the boss. I used the standard opening rotation, but you can even improve it when a Warlock is triggering the boss with a rank 1 Shadow Bolt. Then you could instantly start with your corruption and then haunt UA and Agony. During the execute phase, I got an instant Shadow Bolt proc, and since no Warlock will cast Shadow Bolt during execute, I recommend you to use it to keep up the 5% crit chance for the whole raid. If I had not done it, we would have lost a lot of DPS here since it was about to fall off in a few seconds. You need to cast Haunt very early because of the long travel time, and during execute as well, since you never want to drop your 3 stacks of Shadow Embrace. Haunt is your only mechanic during execute to keep the stacks up, and it was very close sometimes. Try to get late into the black hole and get another cast off to refresh your corruption, but be careful with holes getting closed if you are too late. When you move into the black hole, it is perfect time to get 1 or 2 life taps for mana and a Shadow Ward for protection. You also want to help your raid interrupting the living constellations with a mouse over macro for your pet, which I didn't use in this fight, but you can see it here on my alt. And now to the biggest DPS gain, dotting the stars with corruption. Although it is possible to parse a 99 only focusing the boss, if you have the opportunity to put a corruption on the stars, it is definitely worth it. Not only because this global deals around 17k damage, which is not that big of a deal, but also because you have a much higher chance of getting Eradication and Shadow Trance procs, which will increase your single target DPS. But you have to talk to your raid lead and your assigned star killer because it has to work with your raid's star killing strategy. If done correctly, it can even help your star killer and make his life a lot easier and also increasing your total raid DPS. But be careful. If multiple Affliction locks try to dot the stars, they can easily burn down too fast. So for this strategy, you want to position yourself ideally in the middle of the room to catch as many stars as possible without moving. But stay away from your healers to not grieve them with Cosmic Smash. In our kill, it worked perfectly with our star-killing Shadow Priest. You have to know the order in which the stars will be killed. Here it is front left, front right, back left and then back right. I try to keep 1 or 2 corruptions up at the same time and only dot them if they have like more than 50k HP left. I know that the first 3 stars will go down before the Big Bang, and so there is no problem, and our star killer has an easy time finishing the stars between the Cosmic Smashes. After the respawn, I dot the 2 new stars in the front because they will go down for sure. After that, I just pumped the boss because we had a fast kill time and didn't need to kill more stars. But this is something you need to figure out yourself with your kill times and your star killer. So that's it. I hope that this helps you to improve your passes and that you learn some unselfish plays from the additional tips section as well. Good luck on your next try and see you soon.